So here I am at my desk. You can see it's full of toys, and I want to talk to you about why this book, Monsters and Other Scary Shit, is so important to me. And it really comes down to 3 points. And the first one is that I love monsters. I know I've said that a bunch before, but I want to talk about why I love monsters. And it's really because they can represent anything or be anything. They can be scary, like this dude from Aliens. They can be adorable, like this little dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. They can be scary, like this redesigned Shy Guy from Super Mario 2. They can represent comedy, like this dude from Beetlejuice. They can, well, you get the point, right? They can be sci-fi, they can be fantastical, they can be horrific, they can be cute, they can literally be anything that you can imagine. To me, they are the greatest plot device or character in literature because it makes you look at something in a much different way. And I love that. I love that monsters can represent anything and be across the entire range of the spectrum, from incredibly funny to incredibly scary, and really evoke any emotion. So that's part one. But the second part is I really love this book and think it's important because of the creators involved. So I run a very small press, Wannabe Press. We publish 2 to 4 titles a year, and I have a list hundreds long of creators that I would really love to work with in my career. But even if you put on the high end that we publish 4 books a year, and none of those are going to be mine, and amortize that over like 30 years, that's 120 books. And my list grows every day, it feels like, as I meet new cool creators. So there's absolutely no way that I was going to get to work with all of these amazing creators over the course of my career, except in this anthology. In this anthology, I was able to put together 46 different creators into 30 creative teams and come up with something amazing. And I love that. I love the idea that you can have sort of a jam session with some people that inspire you, that you love, that you want to work with, and still be able to create something amazing at the end. That was fantastic. That was a revelation in my mind when I realized that was possible. And the third part of this is the fans. Look, we meet fans all of the time that love monsters as much as us. And while we do a lot of monster books, you know, Katrina Hates the Dead, and Ichabod Jones' Monster Hunter, even Gherkin Boy on some level is a monster book, there's no real way in 2 to 4 books a year to capture and encapsulate all of the monsters that we talk about with our fans and all of the conversations that we're jazzed about with them. So I wanted to create something for fans who can go through and basically get a big jam book full of amazing monsters from amazing creators that's all sort of curated by me. So it's a little piece of me. It's a little piece of the creators, and hopefully it resonates with a little piece of you guys too. So that's really why it's important to me, because of how much I love monsters and the why behind I love monsters, because they can represent anything. I think you can really see that in the fact that I wanted this book to be funny and scary and fantastical and sci-fi and all the monsters that I love, and I wanted it to represent all different kinds of stuff and really have sort of a way to represent all of the ways that monsters have influenced me and all of the things that monsters can represent to other creators. And then it's also about the creators themselves and how awesome they are and how much I've always wanted to work with them, and how I'm finally able to by putting a monster anthology together and finding people who really, really, really love monsters as much as me. And then it's about you guys, the fans, the people that love monsters, and getting something out into the ether that is a different depiction of monsters. You know, monsters a lot of the times are associated with horror anthologies, and I didn't want that. I wanted to show monsters in all of their glory across all sorts of media. So my love for monsters, plus the creators and my love for them and their love for monsters, and then all of our love for you guys, the fans. And wanted to make something that we can all jam on together and love. So I hope that you see how important this is to me. I hope you see how amazing this project is. And if you do, head on over and back the project. And I look forward to seeing you behind the backer wall.